Happy Friday, my friend.
Good morning. Here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Everything, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe that dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. So what? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard. Think really hard.
Ding, ding, ding. Good morning. Ding, ding, ding. Ba, 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 pow, pow. Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful day. Ding, ding, ding.
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. ironrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Lettuce from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
And happy Friday, everybody. Seems like OBS is running a little weird on me. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I don't know. But it's Friday, so I'm not like super worried about it. I don't care. F it, it's Friday. How you doing, Zachary?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Tired? Did you make it home yet?
No, I'm still tired of being around people.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Oh, I'm ready. Ready for some downtime from this. Which is not bad. I'm ready to be home. I miss my boy.
Yeah, I bet. I bet you do.
And we didn't get shit for hours this week.
Really?
It'd be like working a week back home, a 4-day week back home, working 5 days here.
Damn.
Yeah. So, yeah, this will be my last time for a while. So how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Not much going on around here. Everything's pretty quiet.
How's your son doing?
Oh, he's doing good. He's convalescing. He spent the last couple nights at his girlfriend's house, so I've not seen him, so I'm just assuming he's doing good. No, it was the attacks were definitely considerably more painful than the actual surgery itself. So that's good. So at least he's feeling better.
Yeah.
I did see that Walter is on his way. He's just running a little bit behind this morning.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh.
Yeah, I know there were some articles, but I don't want to start them without them. Some of these are funny.
Ian says he saw snow flurries yesterday.
Yeah, I see frost.
It's going to be 23 degrees on Sunday morning.
Ew.
Yeah.
35 right now. 35 degrees. It's really not that bad.
Hello.
There he is.
Yeah.
What's up, Walter?
My phone. Apparently that whole thing it used to do where when you click the thing off and it says turn back on for the next day you have it set for, and you go, yeah, by clicking it. Apparently that's not what you do anymore, because this happened, I think, last time I was late or missed or whatever.
That sucks. I use that all the time.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe now it's don't do nothing, just let it happen automatically thing instead of clicking it like I'm doing, like I used to do. I don't know. I know they did an update that people were bitching about online for this newer phone not too long ago. So anyway, I'm here. Oh, and kitty cam already. Hey, baby. Ripley has moved back into the public. She had taken herself out of our lives considerably by going to the back room back there, the room with the boxes and all, Zack, you know. And she would just be in there if it wasn't mealtime or no, sweetie. If it wasn't mealtime,
that is not to be talked about.
Right. If it wasn't mealtime, she wasn't that, you know, she wasn't about it. She didn't come out anymore for some reason. I think we figured out it was her skin. So been trying to do different types of things, different food for her. And it has gotten better to the point now that she's become more social and is back out here in the world with us. She's even coming to the bedroom door and asking to be let in again, which is something she hadn't done for 6 or 8 months. So she's had a few nights of sleeping with mom and daddy, making Princess lose her mind. Clara don't know what to fucking do with herself now that she's been usurped from her spot next to mom and dad. So, but yeah, I'm here. She's here. I'm trying to wake up. I haven't even really taken except one sip of coffee. Let me fix this. Since she has abandoned me for now.
There's no coffee here yet. This girl doesn't do it like the other girl does. She knows we come down early. This girl, I don't know.
Right.
Whatever. I want my coffee. You saw me come down like 15 minutes ago.
Some coffee, damn it.
Yeah.
I forgot you had relocated and thought maybe you had a servant now. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about for a minute. Then it hit me. I was like, oh, that's right. Zack's not at home. I know you weren't calling Cami this girl.
It's chilly up here. And for some reason, like, we don't start getting paid here till 8:30. The people up here were like putting down hours they weren't getting. So the company told them, hey, we're not going to start paying you till 8:30 now instead of 7. Okay, that's fine. But I have a gung-ho team lead that wants to get there and have it all set up by 8 o'clock. And it's like, dude, we're leaving. You know, it takes 49 minutes on the little thing to get to where we're going. And then you want us to be there at 7 o'clock so we could have everything set up by 8. It's like, and we're not starting to get paid till 8:30. Why are we doing this still? We tried it. It didn't work. He didn't want to pay us at 8 o'clock. But yet we still continue to do it. And I don't understand that. I'm fine with going up at 8:30 and starting the setup. when we start getting paid.
So if you hurt yourself while setting up, what, you're just shit out of luck, or you don't get workman's comp because you're not getting paid, you're not on the clock?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. But yeah, I really don't want to keep doing it. I don't like doing charity for $1 billion corporation. It's just one of my pet peeves, you know? So yeah, I'm ready to be out of here. This time. Thank you. I'm gonna make my coffee real quick.
You do that. I see post in chat mentioning John the Morgile recently lost his wife Mina this past week, I believe. I saw him posting there on Facebook about it as well. That's very, very sad.
No doubt. Sending out lots of heart and love to that man. Damn.
Passed quietly in her sleep. So, you know, small blessings. The hell else has been going on? We're celebrating the 250th birthday today of the United States Marine Corps. Because, you know, some mind control is hard to break. So.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, Ripley, we're going to have a hard morning if you're going to start pulling out every receipt that I've stuck under this keyboard. Quit. That's the reason they're under there. I knew she was digging around for something, and when she pulled out the first one, I'm like, okay, well, she'll stop. She's on her fourth one now. It's like, okay, quit. She's the one that eats tinfoil. Literally last night, she was in my lap. Again, that hasn't been going on, so I let it happen as long as I possibly can. And then I saw her attention go over here, and I'm like, I know she's not even seeing some tinfoil because she's eating. Like, I had the whole top part of this box covered with it. Over the edge is about 4 inches. Keep her and them off of this so that they didn't collapse it, because it's just a box that I put between the legs of this other table. There's another layer of a place I can put effects pedals or whatever. That's what's on there right now, are effects pedals. And so sure enough, I look over, she jumps over on that box. I'm like, oh Lord, I just got to see where this is going. Somehow underneath one of the pedals, apparently just enough tinfoil was peeking out for her to see it and home in on it. And she did the same thing over there she was just doing here. It began to pull and dig and pull and dig until I saw her chewing. And I'm like, no, stop, we're not doing that. You're a stout cat, but you're not designed to digest metal. Probably what's wrong with your skin.
Our goat.
She thinks she is. She definitely believes she is. So I finally tore the last little remaining piece that was under my Tremonti phaser out from under it, and I think that's it. Unless there's some over there underneath that box on the back part of that she finds. Anyway, she's lost her mind. Without a doubt. I'm trying to get to the typing, but the hairy butt. Oh, girl.
So did you guys hear what happened with the whole lube thing now that the investigation is underway and we're starting to get some info?
What happened to the lube?
It was heisted. They stole the
Somebody stole the
crown jewel.
Oh, the lube.
Yeah, the French crown jewel.
I thought you were saying lube. I thought somebody grabbed the body glove.
This is a Diddy story.
right.
Guess what the lube's password was for its video surveillance?
I heard this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nope, even better.
Even better. All zeros.
Lube. Loubre. Can't make this up. and it still had Windows 2000.
I mean, the camera
Like,
works.
your name.
Why replace it?
Their whole thing is to hang up old things. I guess they're hanging on to them as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, who'd have known the security system was a display itself?
Here we have this model from the 2000 era. And they had an audit earlier this year. A security audit. The person in charge of the review told the French Senate that the museum system needed to be truly modernized. So he did his job. He says, what I can testify to is that their management was fully aware of not of the weakness, but of the need to have fresh look at the security system of the entire museum.
Yeah, you think?
I wonder if there's a degree of separation between the audit company and the thieves themselves.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
You've seen that movie too. Did one of them talk in a British accent that just wasn't quite right?
You guys hear about that teacher who was shot by her 6-year-old student?
I saw a headline. I saw she just got paid out. I didn't see anything about the story or any of the details.
No, I didn't either. And apparently, she had seen the gun previously, told the principal and everybody there she was supposed to, and they did nothing about it. A 6-year-old. Yeah, accused an ex-administrator, yeah, no doubt, in a lawsuit of ignoring repeated warnings that the child had a gun. This is first grade. How the hell does a first grader get their hands on a gun? I mean, I grew up around guns. I could see them even, right? It had glass in the case and this and that and yada, yada, yada. But the guns were locked, away. And the ones that they weren't going to be used until like next hunting season even had like locks on the triggers. There are plenty of precautions out there for gun owners to make it so children cannot have access to them. I think the parents should be kind of held. I haven't really heard anything about this case until just now. 6 surgeries it took her, 2 weeks in the hospital, and the bullet remains in her chest. A judge previously dismissed the superintendent and the school principal as defendants. That's crazy. Wow, that's just nuts, man. I'm not going to get too deep into the article, but yeah, teachers have it hard enough out there. They should not have to be worrying about 6-year-olds. No, let me rephrase that. They shouldn't have to worry about their administrators ignoring their, pointing the fact out that one of their children has a gun in the school and nobody does anything about it. That's insane. Is this like a movie type setup thing going? What's going on? Did they just not believe her that a child that young could bring a gun to school? I mean,
What happens if a teacher brings a gun to school for self-protection because of whatever weird belief they particularly have, and then another student in their class pulls out a gun and just starts firing on the classroom, but then the teacher pulls out the gun and shoots the child to death? What kind of a weird political narrative would that be?
It's exactly why the teachers should be armed. Just in
they
case.
started arming some teachers in schools.
Uh-huh.
There were certain teachers that were allowed to have firearms locked away. No, I'm all for it. I mean, we have police like everywhere now, or security at least. Show me a bank that doesn't have a security officer. Why don't schools?
Thanks,
well, I have a buddy that actually works. He works for Bank of America, a particular Bank of America. I don't know if they're all that way, but he said, yeah, they have firearms inside the bank, but it's only under like emergency situations where they actually have the ability to pull them out. I think the manager has to, do all that kind of stuff. But usually it's just the security guard that is armed and the police. I think it's the guns. They're like a last resort kind of situation. But anyways, I hope everyone's having a very wonderful morning and not stressing too much about the nonsense bullshit that's happening in the majority of the United States right now.
Yeah, I do have an interesting point to make real quick before it gets too far away. Donald Piazzic, I probably spelled your name with an L because I'm blind already this morning. Can't get my eyes to uncross correctly yet. Anyway, Don let us know by the question.
No,
IRONWORX Friday, September 7th. And I'm like, oh, yeah, apparently it is. And look, time changes. Fucked me up enough, Josh. So don't do that to me, man. That is something I've discovered is time change has fucked with my myasthenia bad, and I didn't think it was that. I really didn't until on the way out last night. I went to the gym, and on the way out, I said goodnight to the receptionist and asked her about her uncle, who also we discovered in conversation has it locally here in town and goes through the same stuff I go through, getting medication from our local pharmacy. Anyway, she said, yeah, he's been doing great, but man, after the weather changed, and especially the time changed, he's been having a rough time. He can't sleep. He's been waking up bad, eyes off, and can't breathe good. I'm like, wow, that's exactly what I'm going through. It has to be the time change. It must be part of why we're trying to readjust ourselves. We get to a routine that works, and then suddenly it goes away. So, yeah, definitely the time change, because the temperature really hasn't, it's gone back. Like I'm sitting here in shorts right now. It's back to normal Louisiana weather for this time of year. It'll get cold again, but not extendedly, not until like January is when it stays cold. But anyway, yeah, crazy.
What do you guys think would happen if there was a unanimous agreement across the entire United States and all other countries associated with this bullshit time change? All like, you know what? Fuck it. Just get rid of it. There's no point. I don't think there's a point.
Yeah, there are states in the United States that don't do it, or at least one.
Like Arizona as an example.
Yeah,
go down to Southern California, San Diego, or Yuma, California, and all of a sudden you drive over the border, and apparently, even though I've never done this, but yeah, suddenly what I've been told is your cell phone will suddenly change times. And it's like a very short range.
The state of Indiana, split right in half, Andrew. It doesn't even
Holy
wait till the
shit,
state
the
line.
entire state?
Yeah, because half the state, the west side of the state is on Central Time because of Chicago. A lot of those people work in the Chicagoland area. And then about halfway through the state, you have nothing but farmers, and they're like, yeah, we're not doing that. We don't care what Chicago's times are. We're staying on Eastern Time.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, right down the middle of the state, it splits.
That's crazy. I did not realize that. No, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's the first time I've heard that. Well, maybe I've heard it from you before,
I
but maybe I
worked
was way too
right
high
on
or
the
something.
line. So I worked with a bunch of people that lived on Eastern Time and always complained about having to come in early. I was like, yeah, but you get off an hour early, so shut up. You know? Deal with it.
Wow. Real quick, throwing this out there, got to Daz in chat saying, OMG, this could have been what happened. This is a callback to the earlier story. This could have been what happened after the reset in the 1800s. Bad parents were sent to the asylums, and children with just the bare knowledge of staying alive sent on orphan trains and out into the world, etc. So, yeah, that's an interesting thought. Devolve society to the point that it's where we are now, and then start putting people away for their own good. Huh. Interesting.
Hey,
Keep
some
an eye out.
orphans, I've met some people that they're well-adjusted adults now, and they grew up in an orphanage, and once they reach the age of 18, 19-ish, they're highly educated, and then from there, it's just like, all right, that's the maximum that we're allowed to do according to the state funding. And most of them turn out pretty well. Not all of them, obviously, but I've met some of them. And it's the way it seems to be because of whatever, it's like a militaristic standard. It's like boot camp, but not quite as strict, but it's for their entire adolescent life. So I think that might be something that some young kids need that. Like pulling out a gun at school, 6 years old. Yeah, that's
insanity.
Well, no, not insanity. It's a different word for this. It's not coming to mind at the moment. It's parental irresponsibility.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Our truck doesn't sound... I don't know what's going on. These
Well,
new
there is some
trucks,
good
I'm
news.
telling you, man. What's the good
So
news?
according to space.com, China reached out to NASA to avoid a potential satellite collision in first-of-its-kind space cooperation. And it's basically just showing you this CGI image of the globular Earth, and it says China recently reached out to NASA over a maneuver to prevent a possible collision between satellites. A space sustainability officials said, marking a first space traffic management. Wow! We have crossing guards in space now. That's fucking cool.
And I call horseshit.
For years. I know.
I mean, for many reasons, but the least of which is probably going to be the fact that nobody's ever decided to have a conversation before about where the satellites go. Like, everybody just does their own fucking thing. Whatever is up there already be damned. We're not going to talk to China about their satellites and where their satellites are, do any sort of coordination to prevent us from running into anybody else's satellites. We're going to launch them, see what happens.
Yeah.
And now if it gets in trouble, maybe we'll reach out. And apparently it's the first time since fucking Sputnik that there's been an issue.
Yeah, it's like playing a game of billiards with a 10 by 10 table, and there's 9 people at the same time just shooting billiards balls all over the place, aiming at random balls, and saying that, oh yeah, we can figure this out, no problem.
You know what we ought to do is call a shot. You know what? Let's just call this shot and see what happens. Turns out that we might run into each other, so can we change something?
So one thing that my uncle, who I've mentioned before, he's retired now, but he was a senior engineer at Lockheed Martin, and he said that even though he believed in the moon landing for the most part, even though I said, oh, there's some problems, but he said the one thing they haven't figured out how to do properly is to actually slow down once they get out of the atmosphere. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. He said that's why deep space exploration will never exist.
Why you'll never be able to land on the moon.
Well, that's the other thing too, but you know, he was too deep into the engineering of Lockheed Martin, but that is, yeah, it's according to this, and you just go to space.com. It's one of the first links they have on there. It's
engineers are the dumbest smart people out there, so it doesn't shock me.
Yeah, he's got a fat pension. I don't know. I think it's like $7,000 a month as a pension or something like that, maybe more. But yeah, it's just, you look at this, it just looks like a child with a fucking marker just blotted it all over. And
apparently, those Chinese astronauts are in a bit of danger, the way I hear it.
yeah, that's the good news. Maybe that our satellites are going to crash into theirs, and theirs is more important. I don't know.
Well, they've got their own space station up there, you know. They say it's about a third of the size of the United States USA ISS. But apparently it's gotten hit by some sort of space debris. So now they're in trouble.
All right, so the next...
Not all dead. They're all alive still, apparently, somehow.
With the 20+ thousand or something that are allegedly up there, along with these little... What are the ones called from Starlink or something? Which is like another allegedly like 10 more thousand or something. So the next paragraph on this says, for years, if we had a conjunction, which actually has a hyperlink to it, I'm not going to click on it. If we had a conjunction, we would send a note to the Chinese saying, this is in quotes, we think we're going to run into you. You hold still, we'll maneuver around you, quote unquote. And that was from Alvin Drew, director of NASA Space Substantiability, said during a planetary session at the International Astronomical Congress in Sydney, Australia on October 2nd. So at least they're on top of that one.
There's something.
There's probably people that are going to be going through this like, oh, this is my astronomy course that I'm going through. I'm going to use this as some sort of a leverage to write a paper on. Or maybe this actually was the paper. It's... you know what? I'm just going to call Jaron and ask him if this is correct. It'll probably solve it pretty quick.
Ask him the best way to fold a note if you're passing one over to China.
No, means like, can we just send them an email or a carrier pigeon? I mean, what's the best method?
We're going to crash into you. Do you want to move? Check yes or no. I'll send my best friend over to pass the note. That way you don't know it's really coming from me. And then maybe after school. And we'll tell them, you be still, we move. Because apparently they're deaf and stupid. So we'll pass them a note. And that's international space relations. Sorry, Zach, what were you saying?
Oh, did you guys hear Elon has a chance to become what they're calling the world's first billionaire?
I keep seeing a headline about he threatened to leave, so they gave him $1 trillion. or some shit, but like I'm still wrapping my brain around that. No, that's not true. I quit trying to wrap my brain around that. I just thought it was weird.
So
Yeah, I've heard that today, but I don't think he's going to be the world's first trillionaire. He's going to be the world's first retarded public trillionaire. Because I think there's been a lot of other people throughout history who have, like the Rothschilds, as an example.
You can't tell me some of those sheiks aren't just completely inbred. I bet you. Some of those.
Yeah, it's
Saudi royalty and shit. I don't buy it.
in that same regard. When it comes to the nonsensical type of modern day protest, there's like what do they call it? The no kings or no, what do they call it? No kings?
Yeah.
All right.
We call it the 4th of July.
Yeah, they're all driving fucking Teslas. I've never been to a protest my entire life, but
what if we set up our own protest, like a no shamanistic, cannibalistic chieftain warlord day? And we can go protest against cannibalistic chieftain warlords that are pretending to be shamans that are all out there, you know, holding the people down.
Oh, just something like so abstract, just trying to
like
figure
kings
out
in America? Yeah, something as abstract as that.
Yeah, and then there's like 500 people that show up with signs and banners and costumes.
We'll get a bunch of 3-year-olds and we'll put them out there in signs and banners and costumes.
That actually might be fun to do, just to fuck with people.
Yeah, that'd be a great way to fuck with folks. Let's go snatch up a bunch of 3-year-olds and dress them up in an anti-shamanistic, cannibalistic chieftain warlord day.
I'm not promoting. I'm trying to fuck with like retarded adults a little bit.
That'll teach them.
Yeah, and if
we'll come through, we'll put blood on the doors of all the ones we don't want to take. That'll be good.
Oh, like the Bible.
You mean like all these adults who just can't figure out why they're being arrested for obstructing and hindering federal officers from doing their duty in the police? I thought we were just allowed to go and, like, if the police are arresting your friend, you can just go up and start wrestling with them and stop them and everything will just be fine, right? Like, where have these people been living this whole time? When is it okay to go stop a federal officer from doing their job?
You can't do that even with a regular city cop.
No,
exactly.
Maybe. I think Arizona you can.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there are states that you have an absolute right to defend yourself against an unlawful arrest.
Well, yeah.
No, okay.
Okay, so now if they don't have any reasonable articulable suspicion that you've ever even committed a crime, who are they to demand ID to know whether or not you're a U.S. citizen?
Well, there's a difference between police and ICE. Big difference. That's what I said.
As far as needing to have a reasonable articulable suspicion, I'm not so sure there are. Like, I think that Fourth Amendment will definitely apply to police, but also Fourth Amendment will definitely apply to the feds.
Well, I'm not saying there's no profiling going on, but a lot of these people have information on where these people are. So it's not
According
like they're
to
just
the
walking up
videos,
to everybody going, "Hey, buzz, please."
Yeah, but having information about where somebody is, I don't know. I'm not sure that would qualify as enough to get other administrative warrants, though I'm not sure even those in and of themselves are legal, but I mean, judges are granting them warrants.
The criminal act was already done. They crossed the border illegally.
Yeah, somebody did. Somebody did.
Well,
Allegedly somebody did. And allegedly somebody can articulate the evidence they have that they think I specifically crossed it illegally. Not that, well, there's might be somebody here in this room. Some of y'all might not be legal. I've got a hunch that maybe somebody here might have committed a crime. So I'm going to detain everybody and we're going to go through one by one and figure out exactly which one of you did or did not commit the crime. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
I'll
not
admit,
legal.
I swam here from Ireland. Literally, that was like a life journey kind of thing. Yeah, I swam here from Ireland with no boat, no life preserver. It was quite a journey. And yeah, I landed in New York, and then I just ran across the country over here to San Jose, California, and that's where I live now. That's not what happens, though. These people come over here; they are escorted through these different coyotes. The term coyote, human trafficking cartels, and things like that, and eventually they will commit crimes to a certain extent where they will get catch and release situation, but they still have their cell phones. And then all of a sudden the FBI, the NSA and things like that, they track them down and find out where they are. And it's like, all right, well, you're due for deportation. And that's essentially what is happening. The only reason I know that is because I am not an idiot, and I have some friends that are actually police officers and sheriff's deputies, and they say, yeah, that's what's happening. It's outside of their control even. Like, they're just given the intel. And these people are getting deported because, oh yeah, you raped a young child and you've been in prison twice and you're still out on the street. It's like, it's time for you to fucking leave. And people are like, oh no, you can't deport these people. No, they're unemployed. I have no sympathy for those people whatsoever. I think anyone that's supporting them should also be deported, whether they're national citizens or not. Get them the fuck out.
I wouldn't go all that far. I would say, though, that they definitely need to be doing some federal time, at least 6 months. Let's start setting a precedent. You want to go and stop a federal vehicle while it's trying to do its job by standing out in the middle of the road, you just committed a crime. And you're going to have to go sit in the cell for 6 months. And I bet it would stop pretty quickly.
I'm less sentimental in regards. I understand. Yeah, Zach, you're like, okay, not that harmful, but I don't care. These people are not doing anything good for the country. And get them the fuck out of here. Citizens
I know, but at the same time, that is their right. You have the right to protest. You have the right to, redress your grievances with your government. Even if you are retarded, you still have that right. What you don't have the right to do is to break the law with no consequences. The laws are pretty black and white when it comes to protesting and, assault. Massachusetts, I found out, has some crazy assault laws. If you just step towards somebody and square up, that's assault in the state of Massachusetts.
Assault in a lot of places. Most places would consider that to be an assault. To put you in fear for your safety?
In fear. Yep. That's all it takes.
That's why they usually separate the charges between assault and battery. When the batteries, when they will actually put hands on or feet on or whatever it is, when contact is made, is the battery. Assault is just putting in the fear and the pretense.
Yeah, I know it changes from location to location, but my last buddy who I spoke with, he's a sheriff's deputy. I'm not going to dox him, but I was asking him if I were, and he was in uniform at the time, and we were just meeting for just to hang out during his lunch break. And I said, okay, so if I were to step towards you and you didn't know who I was, and like, what would be the protocol? And he said within arm's reach, he would give them, me or someone else, multiple warnings. Then after that, it would be considered aggressive. And then he would be able to use physical force to prevent himself from being harmed. And that's basically what he told me.
About 13 feet, I think, is the general rule. for reaction time. 13 feet, I think, is like the distance they like to maintain. So if that person who's 13 feet away suddenly just has a psychotic break, snaps, and decides to charge that officer with every intent on stabbing him or beating him to death or doing whatever it is, that officer's now got the reaction time to be able to pull his gun out and shoot that man before he reaches him. That's why they like to maintain that distance, so they have the reaction time in case something happens.
Yeah, that's why they have their hand on their gun and
above their waist.
On the button.
They'll keep it above their waist. Generally, you'll see cops and security stand with their arms bent anywhere above their waist, so they're almost always ready to either have, on that utility belt or hands up for self-defense, but they'll stand with their arms just like at their waist, bent above their waist, ready to go, never hanging down. Their arms will never hang. Go ahead, Zach.
You think that 14 feet is enough?
Probably 98% of the time, yeah.
Well, most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, for somebody who's ready and prepared and like aware, I would say, yeah, for a police officer. Now, a normal person, don't wait till somebody gets 14 feet away from you. If you think an average person, somebody 21 feet away with a knife can get to you before you can draw, aim, and fire. Especially a tall person like me, that's like 3 big steps, like running steps, 4 maybe, and I'd be right on you. But yeah, if you're defending yourself, don't wait till somebody gets right up on you before you start brandishing your weapon. If you really are in fear, you brandish it. You don't have to point it at them, but at least brandish it and have it ready, to go before that. Just saying.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing with police officers, police and just people in law enforcement in general, is that they do a simple traffic stop. They're just by themselves, unless they suspect it's going to be a misdemeanor charge, like a DUI, in which case another cop is required to come by for, proof. And if they suspect it's a felony, there's at least 3 cops. This is what I've been told, at least here in California, in my area. They say, yeah, it's pretty much the protocol. But it takes them a long time to get there. So, that one cop that pulls them over for speeding, all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, we smell alcohol on your breath and we can see there's a handgun on your seat. And, then all of a sudden it becomes a much more serious situation. Yeah, cops have a very difficult job. And even though I have been arrested, I'm not going to deny the fact that I was guilty every fucking time I got arrested, but I never resisted the police. Therefore, my crimes have basically been annulled. Well, not completely. But some people just want to fight it and fight it.
You take your medicine. Like a big boy.
Yeah, I didn't take my medicine. No. I didn't resist the police. There's no winning. Some people think they can. They can win against the police. And sometimes they get lucky.
I was going to say, you're not going to win forever. You might. Yeah. You might win 1 or 2, but you're not going to win forever. You might get a couple battles, but you will lose the war.
You guys think that
what's up, CJ? Go ahead, Andrew. I was just telling CJ hi.
Oh, okay. I'll shut up. Did he join into the chat?
Nope, he just didn't. Well, in the chat on
just
YouTube.
The YouTube chat.
You go ahead. You do your thing. Gotcha. We're happy to have you here. I'm just babbling.
So, do you guys think the United States will start going into the same aspect or the avenue that China has been going down for at least the last 10 years? Meaning,
yes.
Yeah, with like way more cameras everywhere. Are we already starting in that?
Yeah, the flock. Have you seen these flock cameras?
No.
So they're new, special, high quality, high end, high resolution cameras that are all connected by AI. There's a story out not too long ago about a little kid getting fucking thrown on the ground and harassed by the cops because the flock cameras and the AI that was analyzing the camera feeds said that it was like a suspicious thing in this kid's hand, and it considered it a gun, so it sent the cops, and the cops came thinking that this bag of chips was a gun because that's what the AI told them. According to the flock cameras, there's been a couple of stories like that recently. Yeah, they're like high-end cameras, but what really makes them stand out, aside from the normal like traffic cams and the rest of the cameras, is this idea that AI is actually what's controlling it or what's analyzing the video feeds, and then the cops are using that to base their RAS and things to go. What the one was I just saw? It was a lady in like a green Rivian, one of those like high-end electric cars or some shit, and they were tracking her movements. They saw that she had been in and out of this neighborhood 20 times in 30 days. And at some point in that 30 days, someone had a $25 package stolen off their front porch. And the flock cameras and the ring cameras and the AI that was analyzing these camera feeds had sent this sergeant to this lady's house who, had her own cameras on her car and could prove that she didn't stop in this other neighborhood and steal this lady's package. But it was basically camera feed via camera feed, a human's word against an AI's word. And the police sergeant was just, look, it's 100%. We've got you on here. Why are you lying to me? I'm not going to show you the feed because you're making this difficult and you're lying to me and telling me you didn't do it. We know it's 100% you who took this package. And the only reason he's saying that is because an AI told him that's who it was. Without any investigation, he just took this information from these flock cameras and ran with it. Auditing Erie County, Dan, they put up one of these flock cameras right outside his driveway. He's the guy that was charged, arrested, and pardoned for his participation in January 6th at the Capitol. And he's out there doing like First Amendment audits and stuff. But they put a flock camera like right in front of his house.
I need to look that up. But
FLOCK
is associated with when I was going through one of my networking courses years ago. They were telling us about the IOE and the IoT, which is the Internet of things, meaning like flock cameras and digital sensors and all that. But and that's just the Internet of things, individual type of pieces of equipment, like a cell phone. But then when you incorporate it all together, that's the Internet of everything. And it goes back to a multitude of data centers where it is being monitored. Maybe not necessarily by people all the time, but that's where they have these flags, red flags that come up, such as the people are going to start talking about something that would be red flagged by
plutonium. Just say it. It's fun to say. Plutonium. There you go. We're being flagged right there.
Nick Fuentes.
I'm trying to be cautious.
Fuentes.
Who's that?
Just an easy way to get your channel flagged.
Oh, can I just say the fucking Jews?
You can.
I said the juice. Juise. The juice.
Juice.
Well, I got one. Ooh, big shout out. I've been waiting. Melissa just showed up in chat. The Accidental Alchemist. She gave me a salve, comfrey salve, I believe, for deep tissue relief. I love it. Thank you, darling.
Yeah, that stuff is amazing. I have a jar as well, and it has been a life changer. So I definitely agree on its efficacy, and thank you, Melissa, as well.
So, well, maybe a bit of on a lighter note. I have not seen the movie yet. It just came out today. And I have always loved sci-fi type of movies like Predator and Alien, even though I know they're, that whole thing is just completely, it's like Lord of the Rings. It's just as believable as that. But the new Predator movie just came out today. I haven't seen it, but I looked up the reviews on it. I was like, holy shit. It's got really high reviews. And my dad, he said he's definitely going to go and see it because he heard people saying, yeah, go watch it.
Is this the one where the Predator goes to L.A. to make it big?
Yeah, he started a rock band. Yeah, he was the lead guitarist.
So silly stuff.
I thought so.
No, the premise is, I don't want to, just look up the trailer.
Yeah, look up the trailer because that's not going to be any better than the premise of Predator going to LA to hit it big. It's going to be just as stupid no matter what it is.
Yes.
Well, didn't he already go to LA and try to hit it big with
Danny Glover?
Danny Glover.
Is that where he was?
That's a fucking huge head.
I thought for sure he
That was
wasn't.
Predator 2 in like 1994 or something.
Wasn't it? Was it Freddy and Jason that were in Manhattan? I mean, that'd be a good place for the Predator. The Predator takes Manhattan.
Right.
Was there?
Starts off in the mailroom and finally works his way up into the corporate world.
What if it's one of the awesome? Yeah.
Through hard work and bad relationships, it still manages to overcome.
Where are you from?
Like risky business.
Well,
minus all the prostitution.
What about one of the great comic book crossovers Predator has done and turned that into a movie? How about like Predator versus Archie? Yes, the Predator has been in Archie comics, or vice versa. Archie's been.
Oh, Predator versus Clifford?
Clifford, that might be one they haven't written yet, but you could definitely get a treaty going.
Well, the cartoon character will always win because they can be revived over and over and over with no limitations on what type of weapons they can have. So, yeah, the cartoon character will always win.
Oh, Predator versus Garfield. Garfield boxes his ass up and sends him off to Abu Dhabi.
Turns him into lasagna.
Feeds it to John like some sick, twisted dinner. Like Hannibal Lecter. Here's some Predator brains and some nice Chianti.
At a certain point, I do think they need to stop doing this this rivalry, like this dynamic, like Superman versus Batman, Predator versus Alien, and and the list goes on and on. It's like these superpowers, if you want to call them that. I say, okay, oh, King Kong versus Godzilla, like. It's like when people are running out of ideas.
Now we can. You dropped out just a minute ago. You were gone.
Okay. I'm trying out this. I have an earbud in. I want to make sure the mic worked.
Well, anyways, I was just bringing up the whole new Predator movie.
Now, Greg, I think a lot of what you're seeing here is fake, but a whole chunk of them are. If it says Dark Horse in the top corner of the comic book, then it was a real Archie versus Predator. There we go. Dark Horse. That's real.
That's a real thing. Come on.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it up. Yep. You name a comic book crossover that could happen, and most likely there's been a Predator versus them out there. Yeah.
You guys know who Pete Holmes is?
I know a Pete Holmes.
I know John Holmes.
You're talking about.
I don't know what you would.
No, come on. No, Pete Holmes. He's a comedian. And
yeah, I know. That's who I thought you were. That might be. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, me too. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'll pull it up and show it. It's fucking hilarious. Give me a moment, and I will. I highly doubt it'll get a strike, but.
Well,
give me
I
a
mean,
moment.
you know, if it's somebody else's stuff, it most likely will.
Yeah, but all right. Well,
Yeah, they don't go, oh, well, this one's fine. They don't ever do that, Andy. They just don't. They go, oh, fuck you, give us our money. That's what they go like. They do that. In other crossover news, while Andrew's looking this up, I had gotten bored about a week ago, or maybe even a couple weeks ago, and like, you know, I hadn't played anything. My eyes working better. Let me go play a game. So I started playing Fortnite again, just by myself. Nobody that used to be in the playing circles is playing anymore. I did see Zombie Snoop actually on couple of Saturdays ago at the beginning of the current crossover. That is pretty awesome. It's Simpsons. I don't know, like whatever. They both have been like coasting over the last few years. I get that, for you know, a lot of attitude about that, but I will say it is the most fun I've had playing Fortnite in, like, it's the only time I've been playing the regular game, because usually I'm playing some crazy creator built stuff or some, like, they've got new weird like squad games and just new stuff. It's not the basic battle royale that I had been playing, but now I'm back to that and loving the map. The map's perfect, the size is perfect. It is, you are in Springfield. Like, you can go to the Quickie Mart, you can go to Lard Lad, you can go to the mayor's office, and there's hidden Easter eggs all throughout the whole map. It's a blast. I've been having a blast, and I plan on playing with Zom next time we have some free time that coincides together, because he was trying to get in on the premiere of it on Saturday as well. So we were both in a 2-man team trying to do it. It just wasn't working. It kept kicking everybody out. But yeah, I highly recommend it. You got it yet, Andy? Uh-oh. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
There he is. I see it now on the show. I mean, on the call. Sorta. It keeps doing tricks though, Andrew, and we're not hearing anything. Oh, it's not playing yet. If you're waiting on me, I'm done. Go play Fortnite. Look me up. Flat Earth Head. It's fucking great. And it's short. It's only a month. Like, it's not a normal season. It's only a month long. It's a mini map, a smaller map, smaller group, 80 instead of 100. Come play now, quick, before it goes away. I'm covered all I'm going to cover, Andrew. What you got? I think we lost him. I think he is passed out mid.
Made himself sick, going back and forth.
He's making me dizzy. I know that. The Meniere's disease is kicking off. Here we go.
I know you're here. You can come out. What do you want, Clark? It's like this, Bruce. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna ask me to bring you in. Someone with authority. When that happens, Bruce, I think it's time we put our differences aside and work together. What? I mean, why? You're Batman. Yeah, and I have no special powers. I basically just bitch nuts. Bitchin' nuts. Bruce, your scientific mind alone is completely useless. You have a man that bullets literally bounce off him. Your fighting skills. My main nemesis is Bane. Basically just a roided out jock with a gas mask, and he straight up broke my back. You could have taken him down with one hand, and with the other hand, you could have just jerked you. Super jerk. It's just, you're cool. Oh, okay. I get it. You're having an image problem.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm Superman.
Yeah, exactly. You're fucking white bread. You're boring. Look at you in your stupid outfit.
My father gave me this outfit.
And your dad's dead. Get over your dead parents already.
Didn't your parents die?
Don't bring it up. I was a boy. Now I'm a bad.
I'm sorry.
My dude is cool. Because I made it myself. Daddy's boy. You got a stupid S on your chest in case we could forget who you are.
It's my people's symbol for hope.
Hope starts with an H, stupid.
Okay, stop.
H. You're late.
You're wearing eye makeup.
Fuck you. I didn't just inherit my abilities from a different fucking atmosphere. This air makes me strong. You fucking nerd with your nerd hair.
Batman, Superman, I saw the bat signal. What's going on?
Commissioner Gordon, Batman and I were discussing a partnership.
With what?
That's what I said.
Yeah, that seems completely unnecessary.
Right?
I've been dealing with you lunatics for about a decade, and this is, I can't believe it. When I say this, I'm in total agreement with Batman.
Feels good.
Why are you guys being this way?
Somebody's got to tell you, man. You're boring.
Pretty lame.
Even your alter ego. I mean, I picked like 1970s Hugh Hefner. You picked like one of the Newsies.
Yeah, what is it?
I didn't base my alter ego off of the musical Newsies.
Which Newsie did you base Clark Kent off of? Was it crutchy?
I'm not crutchy.
You think a strong feeling that it was crutchy?
I'm not crutchy. And I prefer if we didn't discuss my alter ego around the commissioner.
Take it easy, Crutchy. I know that you're Clark Kent.
What?
Newsflash. It takes a little more than wearing a hat and or glasses to fool people.
Really?
Check this out. Watch. Uh-oh. I'm someone else. Are you fooled? I'm not Commissioner Gordon. He's gone.
Who are you? Where's Commissioner Gordon? Oh, you're back. Commissioner, there was someone else. Superman, you saw him. There was another man. He's hiding in the shadows.
The man's gone.
You know what? Screw you guys. Just forget it.
You know, all this lameness might be one of the reasons why you've never been able to seal the deal with Lois Lane.
Leave her out of this.
She's always just throwing that brassy, sassy news reporter poon in your face. Like, hey, this just in. Put this just in me.
Stop.
What's the point of being the Man of Steel if you don't know how to use all that metal? Hit it. Enough.
You're adorable.
What are you gonna do, sweetie? Ruin this with your magic eyes? That'd be a first. You always use it for something lame, like cutting through an iceberg or heating up an old woman's porridge. Is that soup too cold, madam? I'd use that stuff to take off Bane's arm.
Stop it! I came here to team up, not to be berated.
Hey, Clark, guess what I'm doing under the cape? Use your x-ray vision. I'll save you the trouble. I'm giving you the bird. What's this mean on Krypton? Gratitude?
Ouch! Goodbye.
What a dick.
Yeah. The letter S is also the symbol for hope on my planet. I'm glad they're dead. Wow. Where is the commissioner? Oh, you're back.
And I hate you again.
Yeah. I'm confused easily.
That was pretty good.
Okay, so that was just a little bit of the dynamic I was trying to bring up in regards to these power duos, King Kong and Godzilla. This is a parody from Pete Holmes. That's his name, right? Pete Holmes? I think so.
John.
Anyways. Wait,
you should see a John Holmes team up. It's a totally different kind of movie.
Yeah, I think that's the porn star, but I think he died from like liver failure or something. But actually, I don't even know. But anyways, I was just trying to bring a little bit of brevity and laughter in regards to a Friday morning to everyone.
Oh, thank you, Andrew B. Well, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny. I liked it.
Yeah, he has a lot of other things too. Like Batman fires the entire, what do they call it, the Justice League. He just fires all of them for different reasons, and he fires most of the X-Men. No, Professor Xavier fires all of them. Like Wolverine, you're pointless. You're fired, kind of thing. It goes on for a couple more minutes, but yeah. And then,
yeah, pretty funny stuff right there. That was Mark Holmes, you said?
John Holmes.
I'm getting confused.
Pete Holmes.
Josh is trying to fuck me up now.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Oh, thanks for that, Andrew.
Oh, good.
I think that the world would be very, very different if we weren't able to laugh at the sarcastic nature of the absurd in the world. And that's what he's doing. The other thing I thought was really funny and interesting, even though it was rudimentary at best, well, good for its time, was the celebrity death match. You know, it was all claymation. That was pretty funny. Two people going head to head.
Yeah, I used to enjoy those quite a bit. They tried to bring it back, but it wasn't as good to me, the newer ones. Hey, buddy. Hey, sweetie Petey.
Yeah, I've never heard of them trying to bring it back, but it's still an interesting idea.
It was an interesting idea. Or if you were to take like the clay and make a TV show about like a clay creature who stretched and bent like gum. Had a little pony friend. Or like why not just take it and just start doing like holiday shows? Like do a whole movie of just like stuff about Santa and his elves and the reindeer and stuff. Made totally out of claymation.
Like Rudolph?
There you go. Love it. That's a really good idea, Zach.
Well, like Rudolph versus like Santa Claus?
Sure. Or even, you know, gun-friendly lumberjacks. It's whatever.
Celebrity Deathmatch aired on MTV from 98 to 2002 and then was revised for 2 seasons in 2006. And it ran to 2007. Eric Fogel, the creator, was not involved in the revival. There have been several attempts to reboot the show since then, including one in 2018 with Ice Cube attached to star and executive produce, but none have yet to result in a new series. Man, I want to see the Ice Cube version, especially if he sits in front of a fucking computer screen and does it.
All right. I'm not trying to hijack you guys' show, but if you had 2 people, maybe even 3 people, that you wanted to put into a celebrity death match, you know, claymation, obviously, who would you choose?
Mr. Gaga versus one of the Williams boys. The tennis dude.
Hank?
You know?
Don.
No, the tennis the Tennis Williams. I think Serena is his name. Serena or something like that.
Boys, they still mean a lot to me. Hankton, Tennessee.
Remember, it could be anybody.
What'll you do?
I would do
Dead or
Mr.
alive.
Rogers and the guy from Blues Clues.
Like me.
Fucking sad.
Steve will fuck that dude up, man. Don't think Steve ain't got that ass. We got Martha Stewart versus Heidi Fleiss. That's from Sherry. And we got Erica Kirk versus Amber Heard. That's from Schwaminger. I love it. I love it.
Corey Haim versus Charlie Sheen.
That's dark, dude. That's dark.
That's, yeah. Too soon.
See how many ideas there are for this? Why did the production shut down? This is like a never-ending thing. Whatever. Personally,
all they would do now would be run an AI prompt into a fucking program and get a really terrible rendition of it out. They wouldn't actually do claymation. Do you know how hard claymation is? It's fucking hard.
Yeah, nowadays with AI, I never learned how to do claymation by the old-fashioned method, but now with AI, you could probably do it in, I don't know, half an hour.
I gave it a try when I had the first access to a video camera as a probably early 20s, I guess. Somebody had one.
Now, if you're building a digital model that looks like claymation and using AI to animate it, is that really claymation?
It's not. It's digital. I didn't know about armatures at the time, so it didn't work out.
I would go with two people. JFK versus Abraham Lincoln. You could do so much with that.
Like what?
Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr.
Yeah, it's just how creative can you get with two opposing points of view? You do like Gordon Ramsay versus Martha Stewart.
How about Ashley versus Mary-Kate Olsen?
Who?
See, I had to say it that way because if I'd have said Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, you'd have known right away. You don't know who Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen are?
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be like a Royal Rumble.
The little monkey girls.
The little monkey girls. You got it, dude.
You're in big trouble, mister. What about John Lennon versus Paul McCartney?
Oh, I would. See? You know what? I need to bring this back. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this and market it properly.
How about John Lennon and Mark David Chapman on a fair one-on-one?
You could go through history and just pick out everybody who's been shot by somebody.
Yeah. What's her name? Imoko or fucking his wife?
Yoko Ono?
Yeah. Could she be a part of it?
She could be the cheerleader or the announcer, the play-by-play announcer.
Yeah, I think I've got something.
Oh my,
here.
that would be hilarious.
Dixie's sleeping and I've been getting a little loud in the mornings and waking her up, so I'm not going to do a Yoko Ono impression, but just imagine in your head that I'm doing one. Wasn't that funny?
There's a lot of ideas that I come up with when I'm a little buzzed, and I don't smoke weed very often, but usually when I come onto a live stream, I'm going to fucking smoke some fucking weed right now. So that's what I've been doing at the moment.
Me too. That's how I do my live streams, Andrew.
I have way more than I can ever smoke, so I'm just basically giving it away to people at the moment.
David Duke versus MLK.
Oh, that would be fucking great. That would be so weird. I mean, a lot of people don't know who David Duke is, but wonder who would win. Pretty sure David Duke would. Because that dude he's jacked. 30 years in prison or something like that.
It's 5:21, and I don't think I see her in chat, but I did want to wish Regina Gilby a happy birthday that I think was yesterday or day before. Sometime very recent was Regina's birthday, so when you see her,
indeed,
tell her happy belated. And when she's listening back on the replay after the fact, as I know she tends to when she works, maybe she'll hear this. So happy belated again. We love you.
And let me throw a belated happy out there to J. Bill, Justin. I missed it, and I missed the show the next day, I believe, that I was going to tell you, because I had it on my phone, and we weren't around on that Sunday, and then I think I missed that Monday, the first time with my clock fucking up. So happy.
But yes, Regina.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
That happened. That was staged as fuck. I mean,
well, yeah, I meant for real though. Like, are we talking like real fights?
No, I would say if that's going to happen again, it has to be like MMA. No shoes, no glove.
No shirt, no service.
And also no referee. It's like to the death.
How about no audience, no cameras?
Wow, I mean,
how about no interest?
I just opened up the hornet's nest. Everyone in chat, I'm now looking at the chat. Wow. What is happening? See, this is a good idea. Look at this. Shitloads of ideas. I don't know what the copyright restrictions are. If you semi-copy the idea of a show and then try to get it published, or just try to reignite Celebrity Deathmatch, I just don't know how that works.
Little Orphan Annie versus Oliver Twist.
Holy shit. There'd be a whole bunch of pencils and basically that's probably it. Probably suffocating someone to death.
Pippi Longstocking versus the Wendy's girl.
The braided beatdown.
And I would even be down if someone were to put me into this. Like me versus Amy Glover. I'd be really disappointed if I lost, but yeah, two people that are extraordinarily similar or very, very opposite. And the reason I'm bringing this up again is because they have this
Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
she's a Glober.
Like, that wouldn't seem right. That would be elder abuse and.
What a little bitch! So you wouldn't even do it?
Not even in claymation. No, she has more money than me. So, yeah. Would you guys allow yourself to be put into a claymation versus another claymation character?
This is 2025. I ain't a damn thing I could do about it.
Well, this is an idea I'm taking notes on right now. Well, I'm about to.
It's going to be a new AI model for building pictures. Before you could make a little toy out of yourself with little accessories. This is my little action figure toy. Next, it's going to be, this is my claymation model. This is what I would look like as a claymation figurine built for celebrity deathmatch. And it'll be real easy to get AI to create a video of a celebrity deathmatch with claymation models. So simple.
But to get the rights for something,
versus Mr. Bill.
Tom Sawyer versus Huck Finn. To the death.
Oh yeah, that's the point of it. Celebrity Deathmatch was like watching Mortal Kombat, the video game. Yeah, they die in brutal ways. You have no idea what's going to happen at the beginning.
And I could have sworn we started this off that had nothing to do with Celebrity Deathmatch. We were talking about Celebrity Deathmatch, but we were matching up real people, real fights. I thought that's what the question was. In a real fight, who would you match up?
Right, and again, the reason I brought it up is because of the whole King Kong and Batman versus Superman, and Avengers versus the Avengers, and all these different types of duos that occur in Hollywood.
Which I thought spun off from Alien Takes Manhattan.
Oh yeah, that's kind of where it branched out from there.
And that's our 5:30 recap.
It's that time.
The only thing more boring than the recap was what it is we're recapping. It's not that close to the time. We still got plenty of time to fuck off. So yeah, I'm going to get some birthday cake today. That's going to be my treat at 9:40 this morning. Big old slice of cake.
What kind of cake?
Maybe marbled, maybe probably just white. I don't know. Big sheet cake. Big giant ass sheet cake. We're going to bring somebody in and use one of their honorary swords and cut the first piece and give it to the oldest Marine in the room.
Wait a second. It's not your birthday. I thought you said it was Regina's birthday.
Regina gets
the Marine's birthday today.
Belated birthday. But today we celebrate the United States Marine Corps birthday.
Oh, the 250.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I'm wearing my bought 1996 t-shirt that I got from MCRD San Diego with the yellow footprints on it. Because that's where I had to go stand. I don't even know if you guys saw it, but I didn't try to turn around. It just got two footprints with the heels together and the toes out at a 45-degree angle. Because that's...
All right, Josh, I have to quiz you on this.
Oh, I lose.
What is, when you're at MEPS and you're swearing in, starts with what? And do you know the entire thing?
I'm not even entirely sure what the fuck you just said.
So you go through maps, and I will support this country to all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Are you wondering if I can remember the oath that I took when I was 18 years old? No.
I was 17.
I think I took a form of it at 17 too, because I was in a dep.
How many oaths of a century are there? Every branch has this.
See,
11.
Here's a little bit of trivia for you. When I was in the Marine Corps, I didn't even really give a shit. And I give a shit even less now.
All right. I was just trying to, a little bit oddball into it rather than asking about weird movie suggestions or TV show suggestions. So South Park has come out with their next 28th season, and I don't know how they get away with this, even though Paramount has given them a $1.5 billion basically their contract. It's like they're just trying to take this shit over the edge to the point where I think they want to retire. And then I was like, all right.
I think they've wanted to retire since the beginning. It's like they are purposefully trying to be offensive to their audience. And it's like the audience just eats it up and comes back every fucking season. Although I have heard their ratings are down as of recent.
Yeah, it's because the platforms they're going through. Like Paramount and... I mean, who the fuck watches Comedy Central anymore? I mean, I don't.
I'm telling you. It's going to be coming very soon. I would be very surprised if very soon people don't open up brick and mortar stores so that people could walk in and rent a physical copy of a movie or a TV show to take it home and watch at their own leisure without any fucking commercials. It would not surprise me.
Oh, it's called the internet. That's how I watch it.
Yeah, but there's really not a good way to do it on the internet.
I've never had an issue. Just using a VPN.
Great. So my 70-year-old grandmother should have no problem then, right? She turns on her computer to watch Agatha Christie, right? All she needs is a VPN. And then she's going to need to know which boxes to close and which boxes to not close because there's going to be a whole lot of shit popping up. You're going to want to close some of them. Most of them probably. And just pay attention to where it is you're closing. Make sure you're hitting the real X to close out that window. Because if, God forbid, you click on one of these fucking ads that pop up. So you can't have it open and you can't click on it. So you have to close it. Or you can watch it with commercials, or you can just pay a whole shit ton of money. Just say, hey, I want to watch this. And then if you dig a little deeper, pay a little more, you can watch it without the commercials. That's why I'm telling you, I bet you. Would not surprise me if somebody opened up a brick and mortar store where you could go in and get physical copies to borrow for a price. Take home, watch at your leisure, minus the commercials. Bring it right back for someone else to do the same. There could be like a whole fucking library. You could just walk up and down aisles looking at movies that you wanted to say, maybe I want that one. Maybe
you're talking about there was this company called Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
They failed. I worked there in high school.
They did fail. You know why they failed? Because they had all of these online companies willing to provide you your TV shows and your movies without the commercials to be able to watch at home at your leisure. Yeah, it's no shit it failed. It put regular TV, broadcast television out of business too, because people like to sit at home and watch their shit with no commercials at their leisure. Yeah, that's great. Now you got to chase whatever your favorite show is, whatever your favorite sports ball team is. You got to chase it from one carrier to the next carrier, hoping they can keep it long enough you can watch one whole season because that's what you paid for, without them selling it off to somebody else to watch again. And fuck it, you're going to get the commercials. You're going to get your brainwashed. You're going to get advertised to, so you might as well fucking get used to it or be willing to pay through the fucking nose to make it happen. That's why now I bet you could probably open up a brick and mortar store where you could get physical copies of those same TV shows and or movies to take home and watch without the commercials at your leisure and make a killing doing it, because the commercials are what people don't want. And they're going to
I would
fucking
agree.
keep insisting, nope, you must have fucking commercials. No matter where you go, the commercials will chase you. And that's what pisses me off. You know where they didn't chase them? DVD rentals. You had some
like the
previews,
Redbox and
but
Amazon.
you could expect previews.
Yeah, and that's where even the Redbox and the Amazon movie rental thing, and I think Netflix did or still has a way that you can rent a physical copy of the movie, and I think they shut that down as well.
Yeah, pretty sure they got rid of that.
No, it's gone, and if you had a copy of a movie still that you never returned, it's basically yours to keep now. It was anyway, because you weren't returning it. We know.
Have you guys heard
Problem with
about
that
this?
idea, Josh, is what'll happen is it'll kick off, and then suddenly you'll be paying $145 for a fucking DVD to have now because it's demand, like what happened with vinyl, where, you know, a $10 record now costs you $75 because it's 85 grams and it's got what the fuck ever artwork on the fucking plastic that you never look at, but the first time you pull it out of the sleeve, or it's marbled, or it glows in the dark, or whatever, and you look at that cool and you go, what? I paid an extra $30 for that glow in the dark marble fucking vinyl. Let me put it on my turntable and never look at it again. That's what'll happen with the rental idea. I think I got muted.
No, you're. There's definitely issues. Blockbuster had their issues. I mean, the amount of investment as a business that they had to spend, the time and the money and the energy just to get from the ending credits all the way back to the beginning credits for the next person to be able to watch. Like they would have stacks of machines built only to rewind tapes. Didn't play them, didn't do anything. All you could do is put the videotape in, press down, and it just rewinds the tape. Because so many selfish motherfuckers weren't kind and they didn't rewind. So for the next person to come and watch it, they would want to start it from the beginning, obviously. So you'd rewind it to the beginning. God, I'm old.
Yeah, you're not old.
There's
I think a lot
always,
of people,
like, there's definite problems in every business model, sure. But I think there's enough people willing to not watch commercials that would make a physical copy worthwhile. But fuck, you can't even get a physical copy of a video game these days. You just rent the shit. You rent your software. You're going to be renting your hardware. This is why they're going to come up with a social credit score and why you're just going to be fucked in the very near future.
Yeah, when I worked at Blockbuster, it was very interesting. I got paid way too little, and that's why I stole candy bars and soda the entire time I was working.
Too little for
and
what?
I just walked around the... Say what?
You got paid too little for what?
For just being there. I mean, it was the last job I was going to have until I joined. Well, I was already enlisted into the delayed entry program into the military. And that's when I was like, yeah, I didn't give a shit.
What did you do at Blockbuster?
I worked at the register about half of the time. And then the other time I was just in
straightening shelves, putting movies away.
That, and it's going into the return cart and then rewinding the VHS tapes. I can't believe those things existed. And then from there, just trying to find out where they went. So I would just walk around the store for like 3 hours with an entire cart of DVDs, video games, and just all the rentals that were. I didn't have a fuck where they were.
Assuming it was minimum wage you were paid, you're still saying minimum wage was way underpaid to spend 3 hours walking around?
Yeah, this was in 1999.
And they should have paid you more to just walk around.
Yeah, they could have. That's kind of what I did.
I mean, couldn't they say, Andrew Baker, you're the millionth employee. You're the best employee in Blockbuster. We've decided to give you everything. We're going to liquidate all of our assets and just give them to you because you're the winner. Yes, they could do that.
Yeah, they could have, but I'm just saying that, yeah, at the time, it was minimum wage.
If you wanted to pay somebody to just walk around and do fuck all, how much would you be willing to pay them?
0.
But let's say you had to pay them something. Let's say there was a minimum wage you had to pay them. How much would you pay them above and beyond that? Like, what did you think you needed to get paid above and beyond minimum wage? You're saying you made too little. What should they have paid you to walk around and do nothing?
Still 0.
They should have paid you nothing to do your job?
Well, if I was just
they paid you something to do your job, right?
My manager sold me weed. So
you gave you a paycheck?
Yeah, but I still had to show up. I didn't have to be there. I already had money in the bank.
But you're saying the paycheck wasn't enough. The paycheck should have had more on it. They should have paid you more every hour. They didn't pay you enough. They did not pay you enough. They could have paid you more to just walk around and do nothing. My question is, how much more should they have paid you to walk around and do nothing? An extra $3 an hour?
The logic you have right now is completely valid, but
but I don't know. I was just asking, just curious. How much more you thought you deserved?
Okay. Story about what happened. I worked there for 2.5 months, I think, something like that. And then one night, our manager, he was out, and the assistant manager was in, and she said, "Oh yeah, we had 2 people call out tonight. So Andrew, we need you to stay late tonight to basically, clean everything up, vacuum and put all the movies back." Meanwhile, she was sitting back just doing absolutely fuck all. I was like, okay. And then that went until like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then she told me, "Oh yeah, by the way, we need you to show up at 8 o'clock in the morning," which is a little bit before, it's like 1 hour before the opening schedule, to start, prepping everything, all that other stuff. And she started giving me a hard time because she showed up at 4 o'clock, way after I showed up. And I only had a skateboard at the time, so I had to skateboard 1.5 miles to the store. And then from there, I was right in the middle of ringing up, this Indian couple, dots not feathers thing. And she started giving me shit about something. And I just took off my Blockbuster shirt mid-transaction. I threw it at her. I exited through the door, and I was like, "I'll be back tomorrow for my final paycheck." I quit. I didn't really care. I didn't need the money. But I know I'm a little disgruntled, if you couldn't tell.
Well, I appreciate that you exited through the door. Especially being disgruntled. Anything else might have been just a little excessive. But yeah.
Well, I had to exit through a door. I could have left through the back room, but that would set off a fire, whatever, the alarm. No, I mean, there's a little push-open hinged door where people can go in to access the cash registers and stuff. So yeah, so I threw at her face, basically said, "I fucking quit. I'll be in for my paycheck the next day." And I came in, she wasn't there, but the paycheck was prepared. And about a month later, I went to boot camp. I know, it's a weird story, but it's a true one.
I think I was working at Radio Shack right before I went to boot camp. Pretty sure.
Wow, Radio Shack, that's going back. They're out of business too.
Yep. That was my second job. The first job I had was working at a horse stables, cleaning out horse stalls. giving them hay and feed and all that good stuff.
That doesn't sound fun.
At least you were good to the girls.
Have been my whole life.
And a little bit of a different note or subject. Something happened here, well, it has been happening here in California with all of these different types of ICE raids and DHS and all that other stuff. There was a guy who went to the Coast Guard base. I'm not sure if you guys have heard this. If you have, just bear with me for a moment. And he had a large truck, like an F-250 or something. And it was in reverse as he backed it straight through the Coast Guard base in Alameda, California. And when you do that, all of the members at the gate, they're all armed with machine guns and shit. And they opened fire on the vehicle, and they eventually caught him. Because there's something called a license plate and cameras and shit like that. And yeah, this is the kind of insanity that people are coming into nowadays. And he said it was because he was, I'm pretty sure they caught him at least. But they think, I'm just going to say, I read so many articles on this. So he was against the whole Homeland Security situations to the point where he was going to ram the gate to a Coast Guard base. I'm not sure if you guys have heard this or not. Same thing is happening down in LA and also in many places in Europe.
I think in the 70s, the roles were reversed, where all the truckers got together and they took over the highway. And they stormed the gates doing 98. Brother, they ain't going to pay no toll.
Let them truckers roll. 10-4.
Even now, I think it's illegal to get, like, was it 4 or 5 maybe trucks together in a line? It's illegal to create a convoy? Yep. At least without enough spacing. Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm not aware of. That's like a Department of Transportation situation, I would assume. That happens over here pretty often. So anyways, I'm going to head out and I'll be listening in the background. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening or day.
That too.
But again, I'll be listening in the background. Cheers. Have a great day.
Thank you, Andrew.
Cheers.
So, before we go, I know we have only a few minutes left, but I saw this story and I found it, intriguing, let's say. I'll share. Give me a second. Bring up my screen, get up to share. Oh, now the story is gone. Where did the story go? There it is. This comes to us from SciTech Daily, and it talks about NASA balloon detecting strange signals coming from ice in Antarctica, of all places. These unusual radio signals from beneath Antarctica's ice. Radio signals from beneath Antarctica's ice. They are defying explanation. And rather than read this story and understand it, I'm going to just comment on the headline and the image there. And in the history of us examining good old NASA and their propensity for, some would say inhaling helium, some would say overusing helium. There's a lot of helium floating around there at NASA. Still not getting it. If we have, I guess with all this new keep track of the satellite bullshit they're trying to do now suddenly out of the blue, maybe that's what it is. They don't want to just launch anymore, so they just kind of float them up on a balloon. That doesn't work on a ball. That doesn't work on, you can't have satellites hanging off balloons. That would be ludicrous. That wouldn't be a possibility. And yet here we go, a story showing us an array, a Antarctic impulsive transient antenna, or ANITA. Wasn't that a anime movie not too long ago?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I need to take a piss, so I'll be right back.
Oh, you go right ahead. But it's a range of instruments flown on balloons high above Antarctica, designed to detect radio waves from cosmic rays hitting the atmosphere. Now, all that sounds like gibbly-goop anyway, but yeah. In case you doubted they were going to launch that little satellite array on a balloon, well, here's an image of them taking old Anita and placing her on a balloon and launching her. And I know everybody that's probably listening right now and watching this show and seeing this is all like, well, yeah, we knew that already. But for those who may be new and haven't understood that satellites are hung from fucking balloons and have been for some time now, just wanted to share this. What do we got? Some cat anomaly. Yeah, cat anomaly. But just they really don't know. I did kind of scan the story. I was being facetious. I did. It's, as you see, not a greatly lengthy story, but essentially they don't know. They have no clue. Oh, look, there you go. Anomalies without a clear source. The cross-reference signals analysis revealed that other detectors didn't register anything like what Anita detected, so it couldn't be the equipment, right? It has to be a signal. Anyway, you get the idea. Balloons, satellites. It's a thing. We start sharing. I'll share the story in case you want to know the details of the anomalous radio signals under the Antarctic ice. Igloo radio. What? Write that down, Sherry. Igloo radio. Good password. Seems like there was another little weird spacey story that I thought was kind of humorous. There we go. So again, these titles just catch the eye, as though they were designed to get me to click them. Almost, you would think, perhaps. This one says, we might finally know what came before the Big Bang. Yeah, okay. And again, it's a lengthy story. Once you give it a grab beat. There was a crazy picture though in here. Let me see, where's that picture? Oh, there we go. And this is real. Don't think this isn't a real image I'm about to share with you. This isn't some kind of AI created gobbledygook. This is a real image. It's not. It's got to be fake, right? It doesn't even give credit for like it being anything. But essentially it mentions the fact that all this has happened before, that there's just a continuous array of big bangs, one after the other, creating universe after universe after universe. This one got kicked off, 13.8 billion years ago, according to the recorders they had going back then. And yeah. The theory is that the expansion of our universe will dwindle to the point it can no longer overpower the pull of gravity, trying to crunch everything together again. And at that point, it'll all go back together again and become what they're going to call the Big Crunch, until it squeezes hard enough to explode again, I guess. And it's a big repeating cycle. But good luck looking far back enough for those traces, because they were erased by the initial Big Bang. So it's almost as though it's a bunch of bullshit. It fucking means nothing, the story. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Let's see. What have I been shared here from post? Aerostar. Ah, yeah, I've seen this back in the day, actually. A couple years ago, maybe. Yeah, there you go. 2 years ago. I'm not going to give them any more advertising than they're already getting there. Thank you for the link, though. Post. I appreciate it. There are other science stuff's going on. They found a big, giant spider web in a cave. World's largest. World's biggest, not largest. World's biggest spider web has been discovered inside of Sulphur Cave with about 111,000 arachnids living there in the pitch black. There's your nightmare fuel. Have a good night. There's not really a great image. Let's see. Yeah, there's a picture. Oh, crap. Wait, first I've got to get rid of this freaking ad pop up. Okay, it's gone. There we go. There's your spider web. And there's your spider. And there's another shot of it. There's a dude standing under it. That's not where I'd be. I'd be the fuck out of there. Because while I don't kill them anymore, I'm definitely not like, oh, you cute little thing. I'll have to say the jumping spiders, though, I do find them cute now. Where I didn't before. Man, I got too many tabs open. Let me close some of this. I guess that's enough for now. I do have a story about bionic arms being applied to a mushroom so that it can play a keyboard, but we'll do that one on Monday. We'll save that one for Monday because you need to hear it, and it would take longer than that to set it up, I'm pretty sure.
That's a party trick.
Absolutely.
I bet he's a real fun guy. I mean, come on. To play the keyboard, huh?
It's actually quite a nice little melody he's playing there. Oh, there's a new blood group. We need to talk to Cami about that one.
In Louisiana?
No, just in general. Not just in Louisiana.
I don't know what kind of gangs were in Louisiana.
I see what you did there. What are they calling it? Let's see. Are they calling it something interesting? It's Group A, Group B, Group AB, and Group... Oh, okay. We know all those. What's the new one? Where's the new one? Oh, come on, man. Oh, they're calling it the MAL mutation. A very small protein with interesting properties, which made it difficult to identify. But we've now identified it, apparently, and it's now evolved in calling it a new blood group. The MAL, M-A-L, blood group. So now you can be blood type MAL, I guess. Fuck. Oh, there's another one. There's the system. Oh, my God. Go look up what UR means, because that's probably what they're playing off of. This blood group, first described in 2022, only found in a small group of people. But yeah, new blood group.
Love y'all.
Thank y'all. What? Thank you, Andrew.
Love you guys. Damn, that snuck up on me. Didn't even see it coming. But you guys do have a great rest of your week, which ain't gonna be long because it's Friday. So enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here next week for more of the Ironworks. Till then, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Thanks for tuning in afterwards. We'd surely do appreciate it. But be good, be well, do good, do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.